Alright guys, so welcome back to part number 2. So this is going to be hypertrophy. Alright, so in this level we are focusing on increasing the muscle mass of the human body. If you don't know this, now you will. Metabolic conditioning. What is that? That's when your body is becoming in tune with using the nutrients that you eat from your food and absorbing them into the muscle. So for carbohydrates are used and stored into the muscle as glycogen. Glycogen is then depleted when you are exercising. When you are lifting weights, you are depleting those glycogen stores, okay? So your body's becoming more adaptive to absorbing these nutrients to the muscles rather than just storing them as body fat. If I were to just eat Snickers all day, if I were to just eat carbohydrates all day and not exercise or move or burn any calories and I was in a caloric surplus, I would gain some body fat. But if I were working out really intensely and I had some carbohydrates, you know, I would basically just be burning them off. I'd be using the carbohydrates as an energy source. So, you know, your body becomes more adaptive in that way. Same thing with protein. You eat a bunch of protein, don't do anything, you're in a caloric surplus, you're gonna gain some body fat. You lift some weights, break down muscle tissue, you eat some protein, you're in a caloric surplus. Depending on how big of a caloric surplus you're in, you're gonna gain maybe a little bit of body fat, but you're also gonna gain muscle. So just be conscious of that. You're getting your body in tune from a metabolic perspective. It's called metabolic conditioning. In this phase, you're also increasing the load-bearing capabilities of your tendons and your ligaments, which are very precious, all right? You kind of mess up muscle fiber a little bit. It's not too big of a deal. You still want to stay injury-free though and be as careful as possible. But when you mess up a tendon or a ligament, that takes a little bit longer to heal, okay? Because the blood flow doesn't react as well as the muscle does. Recovery to a tendon or a ligament takes a little bit longer. So you want to stay injury-free, make sure you warm up again, all right? In this hypertrophy phase, you're also going to be increasing your metabolism, the rate at which you are burning food, the rate at which you are breaking down nutrients, the chemical process of breaking down things to sustain the human body / human life. In the hypertrophy phase, your tempo for lifting weights is usually around a 1-2 count. There's a concentric motion, right? So concentric and then an eccentric motion, all right? So concentric would be curling upwards and then eccentric would be coming downwards, all right? Concentric, 1, 2, eccentric, 1, 2. Slowing down on the eccentric portions of lifts is gonna help that muscle be less prone to injury. What is one of the most common muscles that gets an injury or gets pulled? Ready? It's the hamstring. When people are doing their hamstring curls, you know, they really jack up the machine all the way to the top as heavy as possible, but on the way down they kind of just let it fall. I've seen this happen before and I was almost a victim myself, so let's make sure you guys aren't victims, because that would suck. So let's wrap it up, all right? That was level number 3. Stay tuned for level 4, max power. Bam.